Hi, the topic for today is psychic attacks. It's a very, very long subject. I give courses here over 4 days on pure energy healing, how to become a practitioner. And part of that journey is the discussion of psychic attacks and how to protect yourself and how it happens and many, many different aspects. Now, psychic attacks can be split up into many different subjects. A psychic attack by a person who's causing you an issue, a psychic attack by somebody who has gone to somebody and paid them to attack you in a spiritual manner, or a spiritual form of a spirit in the in-between that has attached to you. So some people will call that a spiritual attachment, or I have an attachment. So there's so many aspects to this attack, and we call it attack because quite frankly most of us don't understand it, and what we don't understand we fear. It's an instant reaction. That's what happens to all of us, and that's partly because of the conditioning of human society and our disgusting media, really, that pumps out fear and makes you want to fear everything. Therefore, anything which is slightly offline when it comes to how mainstream people are or how people think, then it should be pushed aside, because the ego in this world is so big that because mankind doesn't know something or fully understand it, then they either push it away or dismiss it, because, well, I don't know about that, so forget it. But then once science comes forward and shows that, oh, now I know, now it's this, and that's just ego. We have to start at the very beginning, and that is many thousands of years ago, possibly millions of years ago, who knows. We came into this world and we moved from this world. And as we move from this world, our spirit goes home, because we never die. There's no such thing as death. There's only the perception of people telling you there's such thing as death, and therefore many people think that when we die we just turn to dust. Well, actually, this does, but not the spirit, not you, not the essence of you, not the power of you. The power of you is incredible. The power of you is beyond your mind's capability or anybody else out there. And once you truly grasp that there's more about you than what your mind allows you to believe, then it becomes amazing. See, psychic attack is all based on fear. Fear of you. Fear of what you don't know, fear of the unknown. And there you become what is called open, or others would call it vulnerable. Spiritually speaking, when I see you and you come to me and you tell me you've got an attachment, 9 times out of 10 you haven't. But there are times that you will have an attachment. And what is an attachment? Well, when spirit is in between the two worlds, I believe that they are called lost or confused, or they just don't want to accept that they've gone. And how do I know this? Well, I've been doing this work now 11 years, and I have probably gone to more houses to cleanse and clear what is called spirit trapped in between two worlds, and try to help them either move home or move out or just leave that area, than probably most people who have been doing this journey, because that's what I do every day. I'm doing one tomorrow. So I'm always doing this work, and most of the time there's nothing there. I recall one lady, not so long back, I always use this one, it's beautiful. Mark, I've got spirit and they're playing instruments. She says, it happens all the time. Please come and help. And I'm giggling. I say, okay. So I go, and it's very quiet, and I'm walking around the house and don't feel anything at all. All of a sudden, oh, okay. So I'm listening again, and okay. So I go up to the loft. It's the gas boiler. Come upstairs and listen to these spirits playing a gas boiler. It's great. But there are times when, hey, there's something here, and we cleanse and clear it. So when spirit is trapped in between two worlds, there's many reasons, but one of them is because they don't want to face their truth, which is, what have I done in this lifetime? The other one is because they've been pretty bad and they just don't want to face or go. There are other times when there's so much pain and suffering still in this world that they want to be by the side of their family. Other times where they're so stubborn that this is their home, this is where I'm staying, and this is, and there's lots of other reasons. But these are some of the reasons that I have felt when I speak or try to communicate with spirit. It's not often easy, but you get these feelings. That's why they're here. And you have to try and speak to them like you and me. We're the same. We're all spirit. And I try and communicate and say that it's all fine and everything's fine. Everything is as it should be. And sometimes they'll leave and sometimes they won't. Now, a really good one was when a gentleman came here, and he'd been drinking for about 6 weeks. And he said, do you know, Mark, I don't know what's happened, but I feel depressed, I feel down, I feel low, I don't feel myself, and I'm drinking. And I said, prior to this, were you drinking? And he said, no, I don't drink. It's just that I went out and I went to this place, this pub, and I think it was in Scotland. He'd come over here to try and get himself healed. And he says, and I just started drinking. So I started doing the healing work, and sure enough, there was something in and around, and within an hour it was gone. And looking back now, he's never drunk since, and that's one of the stories he shares with his friends, and that is that he went into a pub and he was feeling very low because he'd just been told that his girlfriend is now not wanting to love him anymore, and it sounded like she might have found somebody else, and he was heartbroken. So he went to a pub, which is always a bad move, and he was very open because of the pain and suffering, and spirit attaches to that. So what I gathered, that spirit attached to him because whoever that spirit was actually enjoys the essence of somebody drinking. So he started drinking that night, and spirit attached to him because he was so open and so vulnerable. So he drank more and more, and then the attachment stayed, which meant that the spirit, you and me, whoever was with him or on him and was feeling the feelings that he was used to when he was in this life. So possibly that spirit had moved into the light because he was either an alcoholic or wasn't feeling good about himself in life and spent a lot of time in the pub and didn't want to go to the light. You see how complicated it is? And it almost sounds ridiculous. But you know what? When somebody's sat there and they're going through a process of something healing and cleansing and clearing out of them, and then they change and they become strong again and they don't touch drink, there's something in this, and there is. I've been doing it 10 years. There's no way I'd be doing this for 10 years if it wasn't real. So once that's gone, it's cleared. Where spirit goes after that, I don't know, unless I'm doing that cleansing work where I'm asking them to go back to the spirit world. Who knows? Maybe a member of their family in the spirit world at that moment in time was there to try and help them, encourage them to go home. So, trapped in between two worlds, I believe that my work for the past 10 years is that. So how do you protect yourself? The biggest and most powerful way to protect yourself from any psychic attack is to believe in yourself, to be stronger than anything that is out there or around you at any given moment. You are amazing, and nobody has the power over you. Yes, spirit can attach. Yes, you can have an attack, but it's up to you to clear it, nobody else. You are the strongest soul, and you can clear everything. One of the things that happened to me when I first started on this spiritual journey is I had an attachment, and it was from a member of my wife's family's friend who came over here to Spain. And wow, I felt that person who then wanted to communicate with this lady. I wrote it in one of my books, The Diary of an Accidental Psychic, and it attached to me, and his energy was very powerful, and it's sometimes not very nice. And then I went straight down to my friends who were, bless Shirley, she helped cleanse it with two other ladies, and Sage was fantastic. It was all over me, and there was a few, just nice discussions with the spirit which was attached to me. It sounds almost bizarre, but it's true. And then it was gone, and I remember sat down, and I just looked down, and I just said, Shirley was sat next to me, bless her, and I said, Shirley, I didn't ask for any of this. I don't think I can carry on with this field of work. I was an auctioneer before that, and now I'm sat here having something entered my body, and I was fighting with it all night, and I'm thinking, I just don't want this. And she said, Mark, sometimes we have to experience these things to help others. So wise was that woman. So I'm here to say the best way to help you help yourself is to be the strongest you can be. Don't let anybody tell you that they're better or stronger or more powerful than you. You are your own power. Repeat after me. No one has the power over me. Keep saying it, because that is the truth. You are amazing and you are so powerful. Get ready for a life of new learning, new understanding, and becoming aware that there is more to life than eating, drinking, sleeping, and working. Welcome to your spiritual path and your journey, because if you're watching this, there is a reason for it. Spirit has brought you here. I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and it maybe have just explained a few little things to you, but there'll be many more videos, guys, and I hope you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and maybe, just maybe, one day you might come here for a 4-day pure energy healing course to learn all about the mystical world of Mother Earth. Love you all.